Jamie Cole wasn't musical. At least that's what everyone said. In his high school, talent shows were dominated by kids with guitars, confident singers, piano prodigies. Jamie, he couldn't play an instrument. He couldn't carry a tune. Whenever he tried to sing, his sister laughed until she cried. "Stick to math, Jamie," she teased. "Music isn't your thing." He believed her. He loved listening. Headphones glued to his ears, playlists full of every genre imaginable. But he never imagined creating music himself. Music, he thought, belonged to other people. People born with talent. That belief would hold until the night he discovered the machine that could sing for him. It began in his cluttered bedroom, surrounded by glowing computer screens. Jamie spent his nights on tech forums, fascinated by artificial intelligence. He loved stories of AIs beating chess masters, drawing paintings, even writing short stories. One evening, he stumbled onto a thread titled, "AI Music, the Future of Songwriting?" Curious, he clicked. There were links to open-source projects that used machine learning to generate melodies, harmonies, even full arrangements. Skeptics mocked the idea. Music is about soul, not code. But others swore the results were startlingly good. Jamie downloaded one, then another. He fed them samples from his playlists: ambient soundscapes, hip-hop beats, orchestral swells, indie pop hooks. By dawn, he was listening to something surreal. A track stitched together by an algorithm, unlike anything on the radio, yet strangely hypnotic. His pulse quickened. What if I could guide it? Shape it? What if I could make music without ever learning an instrument? Over the next week, Jamie tinkered obsessively. He combined different AI models, layering them like Lego blocks. One generated chord progressions, another handled rhythm, a third crafted vocal-like tones. He gave the system a name, Musenetic. After hours of trial and error, Musenetic produced something coherent, a pulsing, dreamlike track with a soaring synthetic voice. Jamie sat back, headphones trembling against his ears. His skin tingled. It wasn't just noise, it was a song. His song. Laughing nervously, he exported the file, uploaded it to a free streaming platform, and created a mysterious alias, Eidolon. Then he went to bed, convinced no one would ever notice. By the next afternoon, the track had 1,200 plays. By evening, 10,000. Comments poured in. "This is otherworldly. Who is Eidolon? I swear this sounds like it's from the future." Jamie's hand shook as he scrolled. He had never received attention like this before. At school, he was invisible. Online, under a fake name, he was suddenly someone. A week later, music blogs picked it up. One called it AI-infused dream pop from a mystery artist who sounds like he fell through a wormhole. Streaming royalties began trickling in, pennies at first, then dollars. Enough for Jamie to realize this wasn't just a fluke. Jamie doubled down. Night after night, he trained Musenetic with new data. Jazz improvisations, gospel choirs, electronic beats. The AI blended them into unearthly hybrids, songs no human would think to compose. He released them one by one, always under the Eidolon name, never revealing his age or identity. The mystery fueled the fire. Fans debated endlessly online. Eidolon must be a collective of underground producers. No, it's a famous artist in disguise. It sounds too alien, it's got to be AI. Jamie watched, amused, from behind his screen. He never confirmed or denied. The less he said, the more people speculated. By the end of the year, Eidolon had millions of streams. Streaming royalties turned into hundreds, then thousands of dollars. Brands reached out for sponsorship deals. A record label emailed, "Eidolon, we'd like to discuss signing you." Jamie panicked. He couldn't exactly show up at a meeting as a 16-year-old kid with no training. He ignored most offers. But then came the invitation that made his heart race. A virtual music festival wanted Eidolon on the lineup. "You don't even need to perform live," the email said. "Just send us a set, and we'll stream it with visuals." Jamie spent a week programming Musenetic to generate a 40-minute live mix. When the festival streamed it, paired with swirling abstract visuals, viewers went wild. Social media exploded. Eidolon just redefined electronic music. Jamie sat in his dark room, watching the chat scroll past, stunned that he was now part of the global stage. Opportunities multiplied. Concert promoters offered slots at real venues. Record companies begged for meetings. Journalists clamored for interviews. Jamie wrestled with temptation. Part of him longed to reveal himself, to step into the spotlight and finally be seen, not as the awkward, talentless boy at school, but as a visionary artist. But the thought terrified him. What if they laughed? What if they dismissed him as a fraud once they learned he couldn't play a note? He decided. Eidolon would remain a mask. Secrecy wasn't easy. One day, his best friend Marcus confronted him. Dude, I swear Eidolon's tracks sound just like the stuff you've been playing in your room. Are you him? Jamie froze. His instinct screamed to deny, but Marcus was staring with wide-eyed excitement, not suspicion. After a long silence, Jamie whispered, You can't tell anyone. Marcus grinned. Bro, you're a legend. Having an ally lifted some of the weight, but it also made the secret harder to keep. Jamie began dodging questions from classmates when Eidolon's music played at parties. He lied to teachers about how he could afford new gear. The double life gnawed at him. It all came to a head when Eidolon was invited to a major European music festival. Live on stage. Jamie nearly declined. How could he perform? But the offer was too big to ignore. Millions would be watching. With Marcus's help, he devised a plan. Program Musnetic to run live, generating beats and melodies on the fly, while Jamie triggered visuals and effects from behind a mask. On the night of the festival, Jamie stood backstage, palms sweating. He wore a futuristic helmet that hid his face. The crowd stretched as far as he could see. When the lights went down and the first synthetic note rang out, the roar of the audience shook his bones. For an hour, he manipulated AI-born soundscapes, bending them like a sorcerer. The crowd danced, screamed, wept. When the set ended, they chanted, Eidolon, Eidolon. Jamie staggered off stage, helmet under his arm, heart pounding. He had just lived every musician's dream, without ever learning to play. The morning after, headlines raved, Eidolon brings AI music to the mainstream. But fame came with pressure. Labels demanded tours. Fans begged for meet and greets. Journalists dug for clues. Someone leaked that Eidolon might actually be a teenager. Jamie knew the truth couldn't stay hidden forever. One night, exhausted, he logged into Eidolon's social media and typed, I'm not who you think I am. I'm not a famous producer or a collective or a robot. I'm just a kid who loves music and taught an AI to love it too. He hovered over the post button, trembling. Then he pressed it. The internet exploded. Some fans felt betrayed. Others celebrated his honesty. He's proof that music isn't about training, it's about imagination. One article declared. The record label still wanted him. In fact, they wanted him even more. The story of a teenager reinventing music with AI was irresistible. Jamie finally stepped into the light, not as a fraud but as a pioneer. In the years that followed, AI music spread everywhere. But people always remembered the boy who started it. Jamie Cole, a teenager who turned code into melody, who taught the world that art could be born from algorithms. For Jamie, the greatest moment wasn't the fame or the money. It was standing in a packed arena, hearing tens of thousands sing along to a chorus that no human had ever written, but that touched human hearts all the same. As he looked out over the sea of faces, Jamie thought of the boy he used to be, the one who believed he had no music inside him. He smiled. The music was there all along. The machine just helped him find it.